there is a denominator y, so multiplying both the sides by y. Therefore, y multiply y square plus y multiply 1 upon y minus y multiply 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, y cube plus here cancellation y get cancelled plus 1 minus 2y is equal to 0. Therefore, it becomes y cube minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. So first condition is that this equation is in one variable m. So this condition is fulfilled by this equation. Second one, the maximum index of the given variable is 3. Now here maximum index of the given variable is 3, and that's why this second condition do not fulfill by this equation. So directly we say that therefore the given equation is not a quadratic equation. Is equal to a is equal to 1, b is equal to plus 4, and c is equal to 3. So here a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant. When m is equal to 5 upon 2, then LHS is 2m square minus 5m is equal to 2 multiply 5 upon 2 whole bracket square minus 5 multiply 5 upon 2. Therefore, 2 multiply 5 into 5 upon 2 multiply 2. Therefore, minus 25 upon 2. Therefore, here students 2 get cancelled. So here 25 upon 2 minus 25 upon 2. So 25 upon 2 minus 25 upon 2, that is equal to 0 students. And here LHS. Therefore, LHS is equal to 0. LHS is equal to 0, and here RHS is equal to 0. Now here LHS is equal to RHS. We say that here. Therefore, LHS is equal to RHS, and therefore m is equal to 5 upon 2 is the root of 2m square minus 5m is equal to 0. Hello students, welcome in our channel Class 10 NCERT SSC Math with Sujata ji. This is Sujata Kamre, and we are going to start the chapter 2 quadratic equation, and we are going to solve the examples in the practice set 2.1. Question first student, write any two quadratic equation. So first we write down any quadratic equation. First I write down 3x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay. Then second one, that is in the variable m students. So I write m square plus 6m plus 5 is equal to 0. Now here in this such a type of the quadratic equations that the variable should be 1 and the maximum index of the equation should be 2. And here as well as the coefficient of m square that not equal to 0. They are the values of a, b, c are the real numbers, and a is not equal to 0. So such a way you have to write down the equations. Okay. Then here next question, decide which of the following are quadratic equation. So here we have to find out whether the given equation is quadratic equation or not. So here first I write down the given equation, x square plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now here I first write down the condition, that is 1 by 1 condition. The first condition is that this equation is in one variable x. Second condition is that the maximum index of the given variable is 2. Then third condition, a, b, c belongs to real numbers. Okay, because here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to minus 2. So they are belong to real number. Then the fourth one condition is that a is equal to 1, which is not equal to 0. And so such a conditions, these four conditions fulfill this given equation. And here and students, and very important that fifth one condition is that this equation is in ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 as general form of quadratic equation. quadratic equation. And therefore we say that the given equation is a quadratic equation. The given equation is a quadratic equation. Then next one example, y square is equal to 5y minus 10. Here I write down first the given equation, y square is equal to 5y minus 10 as it is. Then here I write this equation in the standard form of the quadratic equation. So here y square minus 5y plus 10 is equal to 0. Now here that apply first condition, this equation is in one variable, y. Second one is that the maximum index of the given variable is 2. Third one, that a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 5, c is equal to 10. Therefore a, b, c belongs to real number. Here a, b, c are real number. And the fourth one, a is equal to 1, which is not equal to 0. Then the next one condition is that this equation is in general form of quadratic equation. Ax square, here ay square plus by plus c is equal to 0. And then finally we write down, therefore the given equation is a quadratic equation. It's a quadratic equation. Okay, because all these 5 conditions fulfilled by this equation. So this is a quadratic equation. The next one, students, third one, y square plus 1 upon y is equal to 2. First we write down the equation as it is. Y square plus 1 upon y is equal to 2. Then here I try to convert into a quadratic equation, okay, into the standard form of the quadratic equation. So y square plus 1 upon y minus 2 is equal to 0. Now here there is a denominator y, so multiplying both the sides by y. Therefore y multiply y square plus y multiply 1 upon y minus y multiply 2 is equal to 0. Therefore y cube plus, here cancellation, y by get cancelled, plus 1 minus 2y is equal to 0. Therefore it becomes y cube minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. So now this is our equation, that it is in a simplest form. So now here we consider this equation and write down that our condition. So here first condition is that this equation is in one variable, y. Okay, this first condition fulfilled by this equation. Second one is that the maximum index of the variable is 3. Now here the second condition, that is the maximum index of the given variable is 3, and that's why we say that here the given equation is not a quadratic equation. So directly from the second condition, if the second condition is not fulfilled, then directly we say that therefore the given equation is not a quadratic equation. It's not a quadratic equation. Then next one example. Fourth one, x plus 1 upon x is equal to minus 2. So now here first we simplify this equation, but I write down this first equation as it is x plus 1 upon x is equal to minus 2. Therefore, multiplying both the sides by x, because denominator place there is a x. So here I say that multiplying both the sides by x. Therefore, x multiply x plus x multiply 1 upon x is equal to x multiply minus 2. Now here students, there is a cancellation part, x get cancelled out. So now here the equation, the next step will be x multiply x square plus here 1 is equal to minus 2x. Then here x square minus plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, because minus 2x, we change the position of the minus 2x and then it come to the left hand side. So negative 2x becomes positive 2x at the left hand side. So now here students, this is our simplest form of the given equation. So now here students, we write down the condition one by one with respect to this equation. So now here first we say that the given equation is in one variable x. Then this condition is fulfilled. Second we say the maximum index of the variable is 2. Yes. So this second condition is also fulfilled by this equation. Third condition is that a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, c is equal to 1. A is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, c is equal to 1. Therefore, a, b, c belongs to R, that is real numbers. A, B, C belongs to real numbers. So this condition is also fulfilled by this equation. Then next one, that is the fourth one condition, a is equal to 1 which is not equal to 0. A is equal to 1 which is not equal to 0. This condition is also fulfilled by this equation. And the last one student, that this equation is in standard form of quadratic equation. Standard form of quadratic equation. So now finally students, we say that therefore the given equation is a quadratic equation. It's a quadratic equation. Then next one example, students. In the first bracket n plus 2, in the second bracket n minus 5 is equal to 0. So here first we write down the equation as it is. So here n plus 2 in the first bracket, n minus 5 in the second bracket is equal to 0. So now here we simplify this given equation. So here we know that the product of the two brackets will be, how can we calculate it? So here n multiply n minus 5, this whole bracket, n multiply this whole bracket, plus 2 multiply this whole bracket, second whole bracket, is equal to 0. Then here n multiply this m, each and every term in the bracket, and here also the 2 multiply m and the 2 multiply 5. So it becomes n multiply m minus n multiply 5 plus 2 multiply m minus 2 multiply 5 is equal to 0. Therefore students, here product of these m square minus 5m plus 2m minus 10 is equal to 0. Therefore, m square minus 3m, that is minus 5m plus 2m, that will be minus 3m minus 10 is equal to 0. So now here students, this equation is in a standard form. Okay, we simplify this given equation. So now here with respect to this equation, we follow the conditions. So first condition is that this equation is in only one variable, m. So this condition is fulfilled by this given equation. Secondly, the maximum variable of the maximum index maximum index of the given variable is 2. So this condition is also fulfilled by this equation. Third condition is that a is equal to 1, b is equal to -3, c is equal to -10. Therefore, a, b, c belongs to real numbers. Then this condition is also fulfilled by this equation. Then fourth one condition, that a is equal to 1, which is not equal to 0. This condition is also fulfilled by this equation. And the last one condition is that this equation is in standard form of quadratic equation. So now here students, all these fifth condition follow or obey by this equation, and so therefore we say that finally we say that therefore here the given equation is a quadratic equation. The given equation is a quadratic equation. Okay students. Question 6 student. M cube plus 3m square minus 2 is equal to 3m cube. So here I write down the first this equation as it is. So here m cube plus 3m square minus 2 is equal to 3m cube. Therefore students, here m cube plus 3m square minus 2 minus 3m cube. So I shift this 3m cube on the right hand side, so which is equal to 0. So now m cube minus 3m cube, that means here students, that means minus 2m cube plus 3m square minus 2 is equal to 0. So now here students, this is our simplest form of equation. Now here one by one we write down the condition here, we apply the condition. So first condition is that this equation is in one variable, m. So this condition is fulfilled by this equation. Second one, the maximum index of the given variable is 3. Now here maximum index of the given variable is 3, and that's why this second condition do not fulfill by this equation. So directly we say that therefore the given equation is not a quadratic equation. Okay students. So then next one example students. Next is that the question 3. Question 3 is that write the following equations in the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then write the values of a, b, c for each equation. So now here students, how can we solve such a type of the question? So first I write down the equation as it is. So first equation is that 2y is equal to 10 minus y square. So now here students, I write down into the standard form. So 2y minus 10 plus y square, which is equal to 0. Therefore arrangement of the term student, so here plus y square, then plus 2y, and here minus 10 is equal to 0. So now here students, this equation is in standard form ay square plus by plus c is equal to 0. Okay, so this part is over. Now here we have to find out the values of a, b, c. So here we can say that here comparing this equation with standard form of quadratic equation, ay square plus by plus c is equal to 0. So now here this is the standard form, okay, or we can say the general equation of the quadratic equation. So now here students, we compare these two equations. So here we say that a is equal to, at the place of a, here it's 1, At the place of B, see here, at the place of B, here is 2. So I write B is equal to 2. At the place of C, there is minus 10. So A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to minus 10. So such values are there. Okay, students? Then second example, x minus 1 whole bracket square is equal to 2x plus 3. So now here I write down this equation as it is. So here x minus 1 whole bracket square is equal to 2x plus 3. Then here students, I simplify this equation because here x minus 1 whole bracket square. So here we use the formula a minus b whole bracket square, which is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So here I use this formula in this equation. So square of x minus 1 becomes x square minus 2 multiply x multiply 1 plus 1 square. So here x square minus 2x plus 1. Here which is equal to 2x plus 3 and here also 2x plus 3. Now further we simplify this, that is x square minus 2x plus 1. So shifting 2x and plus 3 here on the left hand side, then it becomes minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Then here students x square, therefore x square, then minus 2x, it becomes minus 4x plus 1 minus 3 is minus 2, which is equal to 0. So now here students, this is the simplest form. This equation is in simplest form and it is in the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then students, first part is over. Then the next part is to find out the value of a, b, c. So first I write down this equation x square minus 4x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now comparing this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Therefore a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 4 and c is equal to minus 2. So such a way we can find out the value of a, b, c. Third one example students. So first we write down the third equation as it is x square plus 5x is equal to minus 3 minus x. Then here we simplify further this equation. So here x square plus 5x is equal to minus 3 plus x. Then here x square plus 5x, now shifting these two terms at the right hand side, at the left hand side, so it becomes plus 3 minus x is equal to 0. Therefore x square, now plus 5x minus x plus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. So now here students, this is the equation and which is in ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 form. Now here the next part is that finding out the value of a, b, c. So here we say that x square plus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. So comparing this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then a is equal to 1, b is equal to plus 4 and c is equal to 3. So here a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x and c is the constant. Then next one example, 3m square is equal to 2m square minus 9. So here students, first write down the equation as it is. 3m square is equal to 2m square minus 9. So further we simplify this equation. So it will be 3m square minus 2m square is plus 9 is equal to 0. So therefore 3m square minus 2m square, that means here students m square plus 9 is equal to 0. Now here students, this equation include only two terms. There are in the standard form of quadratic equation there are the three terms, but here are the two terms. So we convert it into a three terms. So it will be m square plus 0m plus 9 is equal to 0. Here the middle term, that is the second term, is not appear in this equation. So here we take the second term as 0 multiply m. So it becomes automatically 0. So now here this is the equation in the form of am square plus bm plus 9 is equal to 0. So now here the second part of this solution is that comparing. So here m square plus 0m plus 9 is equal to 0. Therefore now comparing this equation with am square plus bm plus c is equal to 0, and therefore a is equal to 1, b is equal to 0, and c is equal to 9. So these are the values of a, b, c. Okay. The next one example, students. Next one example is that p multiply 3 plus 6p is equal to minus 5. So first here write down the equation p multiply 3 plus 6p is equal to minus 5. So p multiply 3 plus p multiply 6p is equal to minus 5. Therefore, product of p and 3, that is 3p, plus product of p and 6p, that is 6p square, is equal to minus 5. Now shifting the minus 5 here, so it will be 3p plus 6p square plus 5 is equal to 0. Now here arrange the terms, 6p square plus 3p plus 5 is equal to 0, So this equation is in ap square plus b plus c is equal to 0 in form. So here the next part is that, students, that 6p square plus 3p plus 5 is equal to 0. Comparing this equation with ap square plus bp plus c is equal to 0. Therefore a is equal to 6, b is equal to 3, and c is equal to 5. A is the coefficient of p square, b is the coefficient of p, and c is the constant. Then next one example, students, see the next one example. X square minus 9 is equal to 13. X square minus 9 is equal to 13. So I write down as it is, x square minus 9 is equal to 13. Therefore further we simplify it, x square minus 9 minus 13 is equal to 0. So therefore here x square minus then minus 22 is equal to 0. So we can write it in this form, x square plus 0x minus 22 is equal to 0. So students, this is the equation in ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 form. So now second part is that finding out the values of a, b, c. So here first write down the equation, x square plus 0x minus 22 is equal to 0. Therefore comparing this equation with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Therefore, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 0, and c is equal to minus 22. So equation 4, determine whether the values given against each of the quadratic equation are the roots of the equation. So now here students, the first example is x square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0, and the values are x is equal to 1 and x is equal to minus 1. So these values are, we have to find out or we have to verify that the value x is equal to 1 and x is equal to minus 1. These values are the roots of the given equation or not. So that's why we carry out the steps, that is, first I write down the given equation. So x square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. So now here students, here LHS part is, first I write down LHS here. So LHS part of this equation is x square plus 4x minus 5, and RHS part is that RHS, that is the right hand side, is equal to 0. Whether for these two values, the LHS and RHS are equal, then we can say that the value is the root of the given equation, otherwise not. So first that why I say that here, when x is equal to 1, for the first line x is equal to 1, LHS, I write down the LHS is equal to x square plus 4x minus 5. Therefore now here put the value of x as 1. So square of 1 plus 4 multiply 1 minus 5. Therefore square of 1 is 1, 4 minus 5. Therefore 5, 1 plus 4, 5 minus 5, which is equal to 0. LHS is equal to 0. Now when x is equal to 1, that LHS is equal to 0, and here RHS is equal to 0. So now here we say that therefore LHS is equal to RHS, and that's why we finally says that x is equal to 1 is the root of x square plus 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. Minus 5 is equal to 0. Here students, we write minus 5 is equal to 0. Then the next part is that for the value of x is equal to minus 1. So I say that when x is equal to minus 1, LHS, first write down the LHS, here x square plus 4x minus 5 and the RHS is equal to 0. RHS is equal to 0. Therefore here minus 1 square plus 4 multiply minus 1 minus 5 is equal to square of minus 1, that is 1, plus product of 4 and minus 1, that is minus 4 minus 5. Therefore 1 minus 4 minus 5. Therefore 1 minus 4, that is minus 3 minus 5, and that is equal to minus 8. So here LHS is equal to minus 8 and RHS is equal to 0. So therefore LHS is not equal to RHS. LHS is not equal to RHS. And finally we'll say that the x is equal to 1, x is equal to minus 1 is not the root of x square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, student? So such a way you can find out that whether the given values are the roots of the given equation or no. Then the next one example. Second one, 2m square minus 5m is equal to 0 and the given values are m is equal to 2 and 5 upon 2. So first recognize LHS and RHS. So here 2m square minus 5m is equal to 0. So now here in this equation LHS is equal to 2m square minus 5m and RHS is equal to 0. RHS is equal to 0. Now here our first root is that when m is equal to 2. When m is equal to 2. Now we write LHS as 2m square minus 5m, then put the value of 2 in m. So square of 2 minus 5 multiply 2. So here 2 multiply square of 2, that is 4. So here 4 minus 5 2s are 10. Then here 2 4s are 8 minus 10, so minus 2. That means LHS is equal to minus 2. And here and RHS, here students I write down, and RHS is equal to 0. That means here students, finally we say that LHS is not equal to RHS, in this condition, and therefore m is equal to 2 is not the root of 2m square minus 5m is equal to 0. Then the next part for the next value. So here next part is that when m is equal to 5 upon 2, then LHS is 2m square minus 5m is equal to 2 multiply 5 upon 2 whole bracket square minus 5 multiply 5 upon 2. Therefore 2 multiply 5 into 5 upon 2 multiply 2. Therefore minus 25 upon 2. Therefore here students 2 get cancelled. So here 25 upon 2 minus 25 upon 2. So 25 upon 2 minus 25 upon 2, that is equal to 0 students. And here LHS, therefore LHS is equal to 0. LHS is equal to 0 and here RHS is equal to 0. Now here LHS is equal to RHS. We say that here, therefore LHS is equal to RHS and therefore m is equal to 5 upon 2 is the root of 2m square minus 5m is equal to 0. The next one example. Find k if x is equal to 3 is a root of equation kx square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. So now here student, in such a case that first we write down the given. So here given is that first they says that find k, that means k is equal to question mark. So k is equal to question mark, x is equal to 3 and the given equation is kx square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now here students that the next step is that we say that x is equal to 3 is the root of kx square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. Therefore students, we substitute the value of x is equal to 3 in the given equation. So kx square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. Therefore, k multiply 3 whole bracket square minus 10 multiply 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. Therefore, k multiply 9 minus 30 plus 3 is equal to 0. Therefore, 9k minus 27 is equal to 0. Yes, 9k minus 27 is equal to 0. Therefore, 9k is equal to 27, k is equal to 27 upon 9, and then students that further k is equal to, therefore k is equal to 9 3s are 27, that is k is equal to 3. So here we have the value of k. Okay, so such a type of the example solved by this method. Okay students, then next one example is that this is activity based question students. So here one of the roots of the equation 5m square here 5m square plus 2m plus k is equal to 0 is minus 7 upon 5. Complete the following activity to find the value of k. So the solution becomes, here we say that x is equal to minus 7 upon 5 is a root of quadratic equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equal to 0. Therefore put m is equal to minus 7 upon 5 in the equation. So 5 multiplied minus 7 upon 5 whole bracket square plus 2 multiplied minus 7 upon 5 plus k is equal to 0. Therefore here students, the product of this, okay, so the product of this one is students, so the product of this one I do here at a side. So the product of this 5 multiply minus 7 upon 5 whole bracket square, that is 5 multiply minus 7 divided by 5 multiply 5. Therefore 5 get cancelled, therefore minus 7 multiply minus 7, that is 49 upon 5. So here I write down 49 upon 5 plus, then here the product of this will be minus 14 upon 5 plus k is equal to 0. Then we have to write down the final answer here, that is a final answer, that means addition of these two terms. So here 49 upon 5 minus 14 upon 5, because here the step is that positive minus 14 upon 5. Okay, 49 upon 5 plus minus 14 upon 5, that means here 49 upon 5 minus 14 upon 5, which is equal to 49 minus 14 upon 5 is equal to 35 upon 5, that is equal to 5 sevens are 35. So here 7, directly we say here 7. So 7 plus k is equal to 0. So k is equal to minus 7. So this will be the final answer. So students, if you like our content, then subscribe our channel and share this video to your friends.